I'm James Patterson. I write way too many books. Welcome to Hungry Dogs. The title comes from my maternal grandmother, Isabel Zelvis Morris. Nan used to always say, "Hungry dogs run faster, James." And I've been running fast ever since. Here's what will be coming your way soon, and this is a really terrific list, I think. You'll hear from some incredible people like Stacey Abrams, yay! BJ Novak, yay! Kathy Bates, Dolly Parton, Josh Gad, and Pope Leo. Okay, maybe not Pope Leo, but who knows? Maybe he'll show up. Hungry dogs run faster. Thank you, Grandma, for turning me into a hopeless, obsessive-compulsive. Listen to Hungry Dogs with James Patterson. That'd be me. On Apple, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
This is the TJ Show, and look at that. It's Monday, January 5th, 2025. Hello, J-Bo.
Hello.
Hello, Kenny.
Hey now.
Hi, producer Heather.
Hello.
I like your yellow hat, by the way.
Thank you. It's more of a mustard.
Yeah, that's it's one of my wife's favorite colors, and so caught my attention right away.
That's why I wore it.
Hey,
I'm sure it's not.
Today is a very exciting day. Listen to how serendipitous this is. I'm so honored that today we start in Buffalo, New York. So welcome, Buffalo, to the show. This is so cool because we are a national radio show, and our very first affiliate was a station in Key West, Florida, and it was because of a guy named Buddy Shula. Now, Buddy is a guy who loves radio more than almost anyone I've ever met in my life. He cares so much about the radio and how radio hosts serve their audiences. And I met with him before the show even went on the radio. Like, we hadn't even had one show yet together. And he said, "You know what? I really liked our conversation. I'm going to put you on in Key West." And it was like a huge bet that he made. So now fast forward almost 3 years, Buffalo, his station, is now our 111th affiliate. Imagine that. You've got not just one, but 3 ones. And I just was like, how cool is that? That he's trusting our show with one of his most... he treats that radio station like it's his precious baby. It's the
My
Big Wet.
precious.
Yeah, that's him. He's like
Gollum.
Right. And he went back and forth, and he was like, all right, well, we're going to do it. And I'm just so grateful. So thank you, Buddy, for believing in this show from before day one.
And I was just kidding about the Gollum thing, Buddy.
Yeah, be nice to Buddy. Buddy's awesome.
He's like Frodo. He's the hero.
He's the hero. He is the hero. We are so happy to be on your radio. And listen, anytime there's something brand new anywhere, you know how hard it is. If a new friend comes to the party, right, J-Bo? You're like, who is this person?
Yeah, no, I usually don't invite new friends to the party because of that.
Right, yeah. And Heather...
I make exceptions for some people. Yeah.
Heather, you're barely social at all.
No, I have no friends.
Right. But
at all.
Radio show is a very personal thing. We all grew up listening to the radio. We all fell in love with the radio dial. It's a big part of the reason why we're here today. And it takes a little getting used to. And you might hear my voice and think, well, that's an annoying person.
Mm-hmm, sure.
You may think that about, well, we still think
that
about Kenny.
We think that about TJ sometimes. So we get it.
I can be annoying.
And Kenny.
It's true. Who's the least annoying on our show, J-Bo?
Heather.
Heather, really? Okay.
Yeah, I talk the least, that's why.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You hear me the least. So.
But I'm telling you, as we spend a little time together, you're going to get to know what we're all about, and we just appreciate you so much for turning your radio on. So I was particularly excited about this news. And the second I found out, I mentioned it to my wife, Jess. Because, I got to look cool to my wife, Jess. I got to tell her good things that are happening in my life.
I'm sure she thinks you're cool.
Yeah, it's my way of sort of bragging a little bit. Like, yeah.
She could use a reminder.
Yeah, we got Buffalo. This is cool. And, I'm a Bills fan ever since I got
Now you are.
Somebody sent me...
He's not a Bills fan.
Well, no, somebody sent me a
poser.
hat. Well, I have a hat, okay? I do have a Bills
somebody
hat.
sent you a hat.
And my daughter heard me say this, and she misheard what I said. And so I'm just going to play this. I immediately went into interview mode.
Wait, Charlie, what was your question? Come here.
My daughter, Charlie, she's 11 years old.
You just said I just got a buffalo. And I was like, what?
You think I got a buffalo?
I was very confused. So what is a buffalo?
No, I said we just got buffalo for the show. We're going to be on in Buffalo.
My kid thought we were getting a pet buffalo.
That would have been sweet.
No,
I thought you meant you got a pet buffalo. and you were going to eat it.
You thought I was going to eat it?
Yes, I thought you got a pet buffalo to raise and then make it fat and then eat it.
You guys in the mood for a buffalo? I mean, I don't know. I guess we could celebrate.
Do we raise any animals to eat?
You've said you want rabbits before.
That is true. I did buy a farming book on how to raise your own meat. I quit that very quickly. I stopped reading it.
Anything you want to say to Buffalo?
I hope you enjoy Dad's show.
There you go. Nice. For my 11-year-old. Lots of words to say about this.
very sweet.
Very sentimental for her.
You know what they do that's unique in Buffalo? They jump off of cars into tables to celebrate the Buffalo Bills.
What?
Really passionate football celebration.
Yeah, you do really like the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, I do.
Name one player.
I know Tom Brady on the Pats. That's all I need to know.
That's not even anything to do with Buffalo.
So I had to change the subject quickly and just throw something out there. But of course, Tom's no longer on the Pats. But it's what I know about football that he was on the Pats.
I know Jalen Hurts on the Eagles.
Yeah, well, Tom has since retired from the Pats. But
I was just trying to give like a sports update. He's retired, you know.
when we were in Boston, and you were born in Boston, I had to know that for my own safety.
I did. So there you go. We're very happy to welcome Buffalo. Just to clarify, we're not getting a pet buffalo. We are on the radio in Buffalo now. Heather in Wyoming, you're claiming I did something wrong today.
Well, first of all, it's 2026, unfortunately.
Did I say 25?
And I heard you say 2000? Yeah, that's okay,
Oh my
though.
goodness, how
That's
embarrassing.
Okay.
How stupid
okay.
that I would do that. I made fun of that last week, you know.
It's all good.
And you got to give me a little slack. I mean, it's we're here today, but
we showed up to work. What else do you want from us?
how come you guys didn't correct me in the room?
I don't know, man. Sorry.
Felt a little 2005-y
okay.
to you?
I tend not to listen to you a lot of the time.
I zone out sometimes.
Yeah. There's a good chance that I'm not listening to you right now.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, sorry about that, Heather. You know, I try very
okay.
hard. I
No
do my
worries.
radio workouts in the morning where I go, say the right thing, say the right thing, over and over. And I test my voice and I look in the mirror. I say, broadcaster, over and over again because I want to sound polished and great. But I'm still human. You know, an AI bot would have got the date right.
Yeah, they would have.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to thank you guys. I drive all the way from Laramie to Cheyenne. I'm a nurse. And I listen to your guys' show, and it just makes my day, makes that whole 45 minutes that I drive from one town to another so much more pleasurable. So I do appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
See, you start with a correction, you end with an encouragement. I'm feeling great. You know, it reminds me of, remember that Family Guy episode where they have Stewie, he's the boss, and he starts lecturing the employee, and he goes, you got to use the sandwich technique where you say something nice, then you make the correction, then you say something nice again, and everyone feels great. Sort of like that.
I heard that somewhere in the conference, though. So.
Have a
No, you're
sandwich.
right. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Heather, we appreciate you listening.
Absolutely.
Thank you for those very kind words.
Absolutely.
Before you hang up,
You bet.
what is the most exciting part of your life right now, Heather?
Well, I'm trying not to wreck. Like I said, I'm driving from one town to another. I'm a nurse in Cheyenne, and I'm preparing myself mentally to take care of a bunch of sick, needy people. So,
Well, you are so important, and they are so
but that's
fortunate.
important for me to get there.
Yeah, no, of course. You got to take care of yourself first, right?
Sure.
Try.
We'll work on that this year.
Are you a coffee drinker?
Right. Yeah, sometimes. I try to when I have time, yeah.
Yeah, maybe get into a little routine like I do. You know, I set my automatic coffee maker to have a pot ready when I wake up. It's one of the most exciting parts of my life. Never mind the day. It's like, this is a life changer. And it sounds too simple. You probably, maybe that's a New Year's resolution for you. Make your own coffee. If you need any help, you email me and I'll give you all the details.
There you go.
Okay?
All right. Well, thank you.
Heather,
Thanks for calling.
have a great day.
Yeah, you bet. Absolutely. You
Take
too.
care.
Bye-bye.
And
Bye.
happy 2026. Yes, Kenny.
TJ, I found the audio of your great mistake at the beginning of the show.
A great mistake.
Well, that was wildly quick.
Yes.
All right, here, let me hit play here. Look at that. It's Monday, January 5th, 2025. Hello, J-Bo. Oh, yeah, okay. Hilarious. Thank you for that, Kenny. I was out doing some shopping with the kids over the weekend, and as I was returning the cart to the cart return, a woman remarked on what I was doing
Being
with
a
the
good
cart.
citizen?
Well, I thought it was quite interesting. I was like, I wonder if she'll do an interview with me. And she said yes. And so here it was, reporter on the scene, that's me,
Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
I'm here in the parking lot of Walmart with my kids. Charlie, say hi.
Hi.
Yeah. And
They're all in the car eating a pretzel, by the way.
you remarked on something I did. And not that I'm bragging, but I'd like you to just share with everyone who listens what I did.
Sure. When I came out, I saw him like ride on the back of the cart like we used to do when we were kids, and it brought back some memories. And I just said, I really wish I could still do that.
She was a very proud citizen. Any opportunity I have to ride the shopping cart, I still take that.
Good for you.
Do you do it,
No, I don't do it.
Kenny?
I do, and I also like to push the shopping cart into the return as hard as I possibly can.
I'm sure the store appreciates that.
I've been doing that for
I
years.
usually just organize the carts.
You
That's what
organize
I
it
do.
for them.
Yeah, I do. I try to help them out.
See, very nice.
And I do want to ride the shopping cart. I'm just afraid that I'm going to fall off or tip the cart over, so
Well,
I don't do it.
I almost did that with this ride. It was a close call.
Because it brought back a lot of fond memories of being a kid.
What's stopping you from doing what I just did?
I had a broken back.
Oh, yeah.
So I have some injuries that I'm kind of scared if I do certain things that I would make it worse.
Well, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah.
I would advise you not to do
Yeah,
that.
no, I can't. I would love to, though.
Yeah, but you know what? I actually think about that often. I'm grateful that I can still do it, and you just reminded me of that.
Absolutely. It's wonderful to see somebody, when I came out and I thought he is doing things that I used to do as a child in my teens and early 20s, that it was nice.
Well, you said that, and actually made me feel really grateful, and I didn't know why, but there's always a story why you would notice something like
I was
that.
in a motorcycle accident and broke my back and tibula, fibula, femur. Had a lot of injuries, and I stopped riding. I stopped doing a lot of things.
Well, thank you for sharing that with me.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm glad that she brought that up. She didn't just make up an answer that was more comfortable to hear, because this is the reality. I mean, how many times are we complaining about stuff? And if we really break down what we're complaining about, we have so much to be grateful for.
Yeah.
And it was a reminder, I can still do that. I was just doing it. I was having fun. But actually, there's this deeper meaning. She wishes she could still do that.
Yeah, TJ was gearing up to encourage her to do that until he heard her response, and he's like, "Oh, that's good. Don't do that. Don't do that."
I was ready to get her on the cart. I was
Yeah,
going to
I know.
record
I know
it.
you.
Yep.
I do that too. Every once in a while, I'll just do a cartwheel just to see if I could still do it.
Good for you.
And you can?
I can't.
Okay.
Well, keep trying. Maybe you can.
Yeah.
Be careful with yourself, Heather.
How are you doing?
Doing great.
You're doing okay
Yes,
now?
I'm doing great now. Yeah, I just, like I said, I try not to do certain things because I don't want to injure myself any further. So
Listen, stay off the shopping carts.
definitely, but you stay on the shopping
I'm
cart.
going to stay on them. And that one was a little risky. It kind of front tipped
I
up.
saw that. I saw that.
Wasn't
but
my
I thought
best.
that was a plan.
Yeah, no, it wasn't my best ride, but I'm glad that we got to meet each other over this.
Perfect.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay. Nice
Thank
to meet
you for
Michelle.
talking to me.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm grateful for Michelle's time.
She thought you were popping wheelies in the parking lot.
I should have just played it off like I meant to do it. I feel like we were just talking about this. It might have even been last week. But remember when I was saying it's getting a little bit concerning how people are embracing these wearable video camera glasses where it's recording everything you're seeing? My take on it was, well, if that starts to happen where everyone's just recording everything they see, how does that not change how human beings react? Because they're always being filmed. So, of course, you're going to be naturally self-conscious.
Right.
You don't want to be caught on camera doing something stupid. Well, look at this headline coming out of the Wall Street Journal. Suddenly, everyone is scared to dance at concerts and clubs. In a growing trend, they're saying more young partygoers are worrying about looking goofy on camera, prompting some artists to wonder if social media is killing dance.
Well, I remember when cameras started being added to cell phones, and now they're everywhere, and people are recording everything. And so, of course, you start operating and moving differently, no pun intended, because you don't want to be recorded doing something dumb. Now you have these glasses that are recording every single move, and you don't even know you're being recorded.
Totally. And a bunch of people commenting on this, a lot of artists. Tyler, the creator, has said that the threat of constant surveillance was killing dance for his generation. And another one said, I asked some friends why they don't dance in public. Some said it was because of the fear of being filmed. A pro choreographer recently attended a Kendrick Lamar show, said it was some of the most exciting music being made right now. He was struck by how still the audience was. Everyone's afraid to move.
That's crazies.
And they're tying this together. There was a Reddit thread. A 19-year-old articulated the anxiety amongst his peers. He said, I'm scared to dance because I'm always offbeat. Hey, welcome to the club, bro. I've always been offbeat, and it's fine. And I don't know any dance moves. I'm scared of what people would think of me, or even worse, and here it is, record me and make fun of me.
That's so sad though, because like there's so much. You feel so joyful when you're dancing.
Yeah,
like it does something
for
to
sure.
your body when you're moving. You're just having a good time.
Sometimes I
Absolutely.
can't help it. Like if I hear something, I just have to.
Yeah.
Move. I don't know. Does not everyone have that?
When they do successfully ban the phones on the dance floor, what they found is people really lose themselves in the music. So how is that not
Yeah.
directly connected to the recording? There's kind of an unspoken feeling that what happens in the club will stay in the club,
There you go.
and that's good for movement. Yeah, it's interesting to see human behavior is changing, and I don't know that it's for the better.
Yeah,
It's been
I agree.
changing with technology, but this is a pretty drastic one. People are self-conscious about what they're doing because they never know when they're going to be filmed.
You know, my husband Archie has this awesome laugh. It comes from like the pit of his stomach and it's deep, and I love when he laughs. And he's not afraid of me recording him and doing anything like that. But sometimes he holds back his laughter. And I tell him, I'm like, why don't you just laugh? Why don't you just let it out? He's like, oh, I don't know. And this happened this weekend actually. I said, bro, us holding certain things in, whether it be laughter or tears, like that affects our body. Like our body has to let it out in some way. And so even dancing in itself, like that wanting to move, like the fact that you restrain yourself, I'm sure that has some kind of effect on your body.
Absolutely. I totally agree.
Can we just not care what people think?
Sure.
Dance like everybody's watching and you don't care.
And you don't care.
You go first, J-Bo.
All right, that's fine. I'm doing it right now.
Hey.
Hey,
Go,
hey,
go,
hey.
go.
We always encourage you to get involved with our show. You can do that, your passport to get on the radio. You call our phone number, 877-RADIO-TJ. Put it in your phone so you have it, 877-723-4685. We love hearing from you. You either catch us here in the studio or you get our voicemail like these guys did.
Hi, my name's Taylor. I'm from Albany. I just wanted to call and say, hi, how you doing? Also,
Hi.
What's up?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, J-Bo?
I'm doing good.
Nice weekend?
It was straight.
Okay. Kenny?
Yeah, I went to Olive Garden. It was a blast.
Good. Heather?
Yeah, it was fun.
I appreciate the vibes. I appreciate the vibes a lot.
Okay.
It's always very friendly, but also a little mystifying because I always seem to pop in, listen when there's a crazy whack story going on.
We're mystifying. What does that mean exactly?
Crazy whack.
That's
she
what I
said?
heard. Crazy
Yeah,
whack
I like
story
that.
going on.
Yeah, well, what is she saying? Mystifying.
Well, she just jumps in every once in a while, so she kind of knows us but doesn't know us, and there's questions that need answers.
Okay.
I'm getting out of that car now, so I'm not going to be able to even hear this if you guys play it on the radio. But hi, appreciate the vibes, and I hope you guys have a good day. Take care.
I wish she was my cheerleader in high school when I was asking girls out on dates and they'd say, no, I needed a Taylor to say, this man is mystifying. That would have helped me out quite a bit.
Yeah, he has vibes.
Yeah.
Bad vibes.
And by the way, did you say bad vibes?
well, you didn't get any dates, did you?
At that time.
At the time, yeah.
Yes. The other thing I want to address about what Taylor said. So if you're brand new to the show, if you're kind of like, what is this? Why is this on my radio? One of the quickest ways to get to know what we do is you go find our podcast. It's called The TJ Show, same name as the radio show, and you can find it wherever you listen to podcasts. It's one of the quickest ways to get to know what we do around here, what the show sounds like, and if you only catch a tiny portion of it, you can hear a whole lot more of it there.
Hey guys, it's Eric again. I probably might annoy y'all, but it's okay because y'all, I just have to keep on letting y'all know and reassuring y'all that y'all are the best talk show and just at any time.
Eric's a very nice guy.
Eric!
Karen's husband.
Yeah, that's right. He called last week, and he had his whole family in the car. He put his wife Karen on the phone, and
He wanted to make sure that we didn't forget who he was.
Right? No, do you remember Eric?
I do remember
Eric.
I remember Karen's husband.
Yeah, of course.
At any part in the universe, and it is fun. I'll talk to y'all soon. Happy New Year. Bye.
You know,
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you. He said something that actually caught my attention there. He's saying that we're the best show. You know, when I was sort of first starting out in radio, and I don't know, I think this might apply to any career that anyone gets into. I always sought out to be the best, the quote, the best. And it's a really stupid plan because it's so subjective.
Well, we did it, apparently. So
What?
we did it.
No,
So
but
why
we're
bother
not.
trying anymore?
We're just a show.
Heather
with,
thinks we're the best.
No, we're a show with individual human people, right? That's something you got to clarify, that we are human beings. It's not an AI show. And we seek to do a show that you get something out of every day. So if you turn the radio on, we hope that you walk away with something and it helps your life. And if it does, great. Then you come back and get some more of that. And we want to have fun.
We try our best. We're not the best,
We try our
but
best.
we try
There
our
you
best.
go. You know, if you're just tuning in, back in the swing of things today, you missed us last week with New Year's, the whole thing. It's a big announcement. Our Kenny, he now has an ex-girlfriend. And he's got a you-know-what. If you missed it, here's what happened on the show last week.
On Christmas Eve, I asked my girlfriend Allison of 3 years to be my wife.
Oh. What did she say?
She said yes.
Nice.
So we're getting married.
So you're a fiancé.
I am a fiancé now.
Proud of you, Kenny.
Thank you.
Look at this big man.
I'm all grown up.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But you're on your way.
It's a stretch, but maybe he'll get there at some
eventually.
point.
Yeah.
How did J-Bone and I's acting do? Because did we sound surprised when Kenny said it on the air? Because he already told us.
Yeah, we already knew.
Did we sound like we were finding out for the first time?
No.
Oh.
No, you didn't.
He sent us a text message
Yeah.
on the day,
You
Christmas
guys,
Eve.
were some of the first people I told.
Well, we're honored,
But what's
Kenny.
funny is that he just sent the photo of them posing together, and I looked closer and I saw the ring on her finger, and I was like, oh, okay, because he just said Merry Christmas. He didn't say exactly what was happening. There was no context, nothing.
Yeah, I didn't notice
We had to
that.
figure it out.
I'm glad you noticed it
Yeah.
because I was
the
like,
ring was so small. We couldn't even see it.
No, that
good
wasn't
money
the
on that ring.
case.
yeah, look at Kenny.
A lot of people, like several of my cousins, like we took that picture. I sent to a whole group text of my cousins, and my cousin Josh sends me back a picture of he and his wife standing in front of their Christmas tree. I'm like, Josh, did you see what Allison had on her finger?
Yeah, we
I was
don't
like,
notice.
Oh,
Yeah, like you didn't tell us anything. He just said Merry Christmas. I'm like, okay. And then I look and I'm like, oh, there's your ring
Look at
there.
this guy. So how is it going now? It's about 2 weeks after the big ask.
yeah.
Any regret?
No regret.
What's the latest focus?
Well, I mean, it does feel great to be engaged to my precious Allison. I will say that we're starting to talk wedding planning.
What are you doing for it?
That's getting pretty stressful already.
See,
It's been like a day.
to me, that's a sign that maybe it's time for a reassessment. Because I don't agree with the bringing all this stress into your life. It can't be good for the budding marriage.
What's the most stressful thing going on?
Well, determining who's going to get invited and who's not going to get invited and picking a venue. And in order to pick a venue, you have to have at least some general idea of how many people are coming. I'm getting messages from family members who live far away. One, my Aunt Debbie's telling me she's starting a savings account so she could save up money for a plane ticket
you're
to
loved.
get here.
Yeah, because that's necessary.
You're
And
loved.
My other aunt, my Aunt Diane, she's saying, well, make sure you let us know when the engagement party is because we have to buy plane tickets. And, you know, I maybe they weren't going to be invited in the first place, but now they have to.
No.
Presumptuous.
But now they have to be
Not
invited,
Debbie.
right?
She's got to be there. Okay, we're going to get into this a little deeper because I have some very passionate thoughts about not overspending on weddings and taking some of the stress off your shoulders. That's all. We'll
Well,
get
I'm
into
open to suggestions for sure.
Okay, I have a couple. Well, let's do the news first, then we'll get into this. It's coming up on the TJ Show.
I'm James Patterson. I write way too many books. Welcome to Hungry Dogs. The title comes from my maternal grandmother, Isabel Zelvis Morris. Nan used to always say, hungry dogs run faster, James. And I've been running fast ever since. Here's what will be coming your way soon, and this is a really terrific list, I think. You'll hear from some incredible people like Stacey Abrams, yay! BJ Novak, yay! Kathy Bates, Dolly Parton, Josh Gad, and Pope Leo. Okay, maybe not Pope Leo, but who knows? Maybe he'll show up. Hungry dogs run faster. Thank you, Grandma, for turning me into a hopeless, obsessive-compulsive. Listen to Hungry Dogs with James Patterson. That'd be me on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
This is the TJ Show, our news. It sounds different around here. Kenny reads through every story he can find, and then he brings us the most interesting ones. Kenny, what's happening on the planet today?
Some pretty interesting research out of Harvard Business School. It goes into how couples who spend money on time-saving services like getting takeout or hiring a house cleaner are reporting greater relationship satisfaction, especially during stressful periods of the relationship.
I can see that's helpful. Yeah.
Well, time is more valuable than money, and if you've got the money, I guess you trade some of it in for some extra time.
Especially if you're stressed out.
Exactly. So using this time to work on the relationship or even just spend time in the relationship is extremely valuable. This article does get into people who perhaps can't afford to hire a house cleaner or whatever. They say you may want to take time to do a little time audit and figure out where you could save time and how you could focus more time on the relationship for better satisfaction.
Just don't clean your house.
Sometimes you have to go to bed with dishes in the sink, and this just is what it is.
Yeah, that happened last night.
Yeah, I had to learn that. That used to stress me out. I used to go to bed so late trying to make sure the house was clean for the next day. It would be so stressful on me, my marriage. I had to get to the point where I was like, you know what? I just don't have time for it, and it is what it is, and that's okay.
Also, paper plates. Hey, who doesn't love a good paper plate?
That's all we use now most of the time.
Yeah, now, it's not great for the environment. But is it really about the environment, or is it about me?
Well,
all about you.
Seeing how my one small paper plate doesn't make the environment fall apart, I'm going to use paper plates.
Well, and also, paper plates, they fall apart. Unlike, now make sure
No,
they're
you got to get
paper.
the good ones.
Yeah, the Costco ones, they got a
The
nice
ones that are sturdy,
thickness.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. You could build a house with those
That's
things.
right.
Yeah, the experts say you should examine how you spend your time, how you spend your hours, and what small changes can you make to reclaim even just a few moments. The expert goes on to say people underestimate how much these choices matter. It's not about luxury, it's about freeing up time to connect.
Listen, if you could pry yourself off your screen, I almost guarantee you're going to have a whole lot more
Yep.
time. Catches up on us.
It does.
Kenny, what else you got?
The NFL regular season is in the books. We had a battle for the NFC North division last night between the Pittsburgh Steelers and Baltimore Ravens. The Steelers won because of a last-second field goal miss by the Baltimore Ravens' Tyler Loop with just seconds remaining on the clock.
Finkel.
Yeah,
One of those moments.
Laces
That's
out
tough.
Yeah.
situation.
One of the great sports movies of our time. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. It was
Not
it
a
was,
sports movie.
It was great. It was great.
And no surprise, your Buffalo Bills, TJ, beat the New York Jets.
Yeah, well, any team
convincingly.
most teams that go up against the Jets beat them.
Yeah.
Right.
They go in knowing they're going to win.
Right. It's a pretty much a gimme, as they say.
They only had 3 wins this season. The Bills will play the Jags in the playoffs, but the Jets did make history this year.
Coming from the biggest New York Jets fan that I know, lifelong.
They're the only team in history to not record a single defensive interception.
You got to be known for something, J-Bo.
They're
And if
also
it's losing, then okay.
they're the only team in history to lose 5 straight games by more than 23 points, including yesterday and the past 5 games.
Listen, you got to celebrate something, I
Yeah,
guess.
they're getting records on the board. Good for you, Kenny.
Yeah, we're a record-holding team.
Kenny, what else you got?
A few weeks ago, internet celebrity and wannabe boxer Jake Paul was knocked out in the 6th round by former heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua. Now Jake has received an indefinite medical suspension, meaning he cannot fight again until he is cleared by a physician.
Well, isn't he's not a real boxer? Why
Well,
do you
he
say
is.
wannabe?
Well, because he's finally fought a real boxer and he got knocked out and his
Oh.
jaw broken in 2 places.
I think Kenny was, with no pun intended, taking a jab.
Oh, I see.
I was throwing a little shade
Yeah.
at Jake Paul. I did watch the fight and I enjoyed it thoroughly. So the Florida Athletics Commission has issued this indefinite suspension. So he broke his jaw in 2 places. Now, this is an injury that has ended many a boxer's career in the past. So he won't be able to fight until he's cleared, and who knows whether or not he'll seek to be cleared or whatnot. But perhaps we've seen the end, finally, of Jake Paul's boxing career.
Well, I feel bad for the guy.
Do you really?
Yes.
Why?
He made $93 million in the
Did
Why?
he really?
Yeah, why do you feel bad
Do you
for
feel
him?
bad for him?
Do I need my jaw? Can
I don't think that was the plan.
No.
I don't think it was the plan.
I was going to say, that's... So do you think he went into the fight knowing he was probably going to get beaten up, but the paycheck was worth it?
No. I don't think that was the plan.
Yeah, I mean, there's no real way to know. I mean, you can't really trust what he says because he's just trying to get as many clicks and views as possible. But I'd like to think he thought he had a chance, but he fought a former heavyweight champion before, but he was 30 years younger than the heavyweight champion. Anthony Joshua was in his 30s, not quite in his prime, but still powerful punching.
Yeah, but we know the whole Mike Tyson fight, that was a whole rigged up show.
It's-
You
We
think
know
so?
that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, for sure. He was holding back punches, and that was, I believe, all just for views and for money, and I don't think that was a legit fight.
What else do you have?
Well, the U.S. Postal Service is making changes for 2026, including adjustments to its postmark process. So this could have an effect on just about everybody, especially as we're entering tax season coming up soon. So for decades, the postmark, an official mark that shows when and where mail was accepted by the Postal Service has been used in law as proof of an individual's meeting of a deadline, such as submitting a ballot by Election Day or submitting your tax returns by April 15th. So now the USPS postmark is going to be noted after it passes through an automated USPS sorting machine, potentially days after it was dropped off at the post office.
Ooh, well, that doesn't sound good.
So you may think you're on time, but you're not on time because it may be postmarked a couple of days later.
I'll have to ask my post office king that I know, Tim.
Tim?
Yeah, that's right. You know him.
I've heard about Tim
Yeah.
quite a bit.
He calls me AJ. Hey, AJ, how you doing?
No, that's not your name.
Yeah, how's everything going? He'll have an answer for this.
Now, there is a way around that, right? If you take something into the post office at the clerk, they'll stamp it for you, and then you're good.
Yeah, you have to ask for that.
Tim.
Or if you do certified mail
There
or
you go.
registered mail.
If you want me to do a text intro to Tim, I have his number.
There you go. Thank you. Appreciate it.
What else do you have?
Stranger Things is now officially over. And for their series finale, they actually ran it in movie theaters on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. And we're starting to see the numbers coming in for how well that did. Looks like Netflix made $25 to $30 million.
Wow.
From the theatrical release of
they
the
need
Stranger Things series finale.
They've been hurting, so yeah, good
That's
for them.
good for them. Glad to hear it.
But what caught my attention is they didn't sell traditional tickets. And that's because I guess the actors and people involved with Stranger Things have a current contractual residual situation. And if they were to sell actual tickets to see the movie, then that would affect the residuals that they would be paid.
I don't know that that's possible. Like, I think there are too many union hoops to jump through. I don't think they could get away with that. I wonder if there's another reason.
So how did they sell tickets to the finale?
Well, this is according to Deadline, and they sold concession vouchers. So you bought a $20 concession voucher, which guaranteed you a seat in the theater. And you used that $20 voucher to pay for popcorn and sodas. And they brought in almost $30 million with that strategy.
Interesting.
And that was their way to get around having to pay additional residuals to the cast and crew.
All right, I want to see more on that because I just would find it hard to believe with all the protections over actors and these SAG-AFTRA. It just seems like that'd be a tough one to get away with. But then again, who knows? It's Netflix. They can do whatever they want.
What a
right?
workaround, though, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Just to hold on to more money.
It would also be sad, like if that was true, here they finally have, well, I mean, they have a lot of successful shows, but they have this show that people have come together to create.
Right.
You'd think you'd want to reward that and be like, hey, great job, guys. You did the almost impossible. You made a show that people really want to watch.
Well, I think it may have something to do with the fact that the contracts were written and signed before they even had the idea to release this in theaters. It was never meant to go into theaters.
So maybe it was a way to skip a lot of red tape
It was
that
a
would have
last minute
taken.
thing that they wanted to do to celebrate the series. And if they were to do it the traditional way, they would have had to go through and redo all of those contracts from
All
what
right.
I'm reading.
Kenny, what else do you have?
Well, in other movie news, Avatar Fire and Ash has officially crossed the $1 billion mark. It was #1 in North American box offices for the third straight week.
Wow. See, I saw the first one and I lost touch of the Avatar franchise, but apparently people love it. You love it. You went to go see it.
Yeah, and I very much enjoyed it. It is interesting when you look at the box office numbers, it's majority overseas, like $777 million made overseas, only $300-something million made in the United States.
Well, good for them. Anytime there's a movie that's getting people to show up, I'm thrilled. I want the movies to stay in business in the theaters. It's beautiful. It's a great way to see the movie.
The movie I did see this weekend, I finally got to see Zootopia 2.
Yes.
That one is closing in on $2 billion at the box office.
It's a great movie. It's a great
billion?
Great movie.
It's at $1.6 billion now.
Oh my goodness.
And it's still going strong. It was #2 to Avatar this past weekend in North America.
Jabo, we saw it, 2 weeks ago? And it was at $1 billion. That's quick. That's a lot of billions.
People have had
Still
time on
churn.
their hands to go to the movies these past few weeks, so.
Kenny, what else you got?
A unique marriage proposal has gone viral and is making me second guess how I proposed to my girlfriend now, fiance Allison.
So what do we got?
So Carter proposed to his girlfriend Andressa by seamlessly editing himself into the movie Shrek. He said he spent 5 hours working on the video. The two sat down on the couch to watch Shrek. The both of them really loved that movie and bonded over it. Carter set up a camera to capture the moment. And in the video, you see him get up and leave the room before Shrek and Donkey go to object to the wedding of Princess Fiona and Lord Farquaad. But instead of Shrek running down the aisle, it's Carter himself.
Oh, so they
running down
watched
the aisle.
the actual movie, and then he put himself into it. That's got to be nerve-wracking for that first part of the movie.
Yeah, they were sitting on the couch, and he just kind of casually got up and left. His character in the movie throws to real-life Carter, and Carter walks back into the living room wearing a suit and tie.
Oh, that's
where
cute.
he gets down on his knee, proposes to Andressa, and yes, she said yes.
Now, if you feel pressure to edit yourself into movies and you're wondering, how did Carter do this? Him and his girl met at film school, so he kind of has some experience in that.
There you
so
go.
don't put too much on yourself.
That's adorable. I have a much less effort version of that. So I put a playlist on with my wife, Jess, and we were in our Boston apartment. And when it got to a certain song, everything stopped, and she was like, what happened? And then all of a sudden, a drum roll started playing. And I got on my knee, and I asked her to marry me. And I was thinking about, I have this many seconds. And she was delaying, saying yes. And I'm like, uh-oh. And I said, is it a yes? And she said, yes. And then, your love keeps lifting me higher.
Oh, the timing is perfect.
The song from Ghostbusters. And
Were you like, hey, hurry up, the song's about to start.
yeah.
I picture you panicking like, oh, let's go. I need the answer right now.
Yeah, it was, but she said yes, and what a miracle. One of the most miraculous moments in my life.
Congratulations.
Much less work, by the way. You don't have to edit a whole film for that one.
Yeah, I proposed to my girlfriend with a bowling ball. So,
Well, anytime, it's because you gave a bowling ball as a gift, and anytime you do that, you better pair it with something worthwhile, because it's one of the worst gifts that I could think of.
Same.
And then Kenny did it. You
yeah,
did it.
he did.
she was excited before she found the ring.
Yeah, I'm sure she was.
She was hoping for the ring. She's like, Lord, let there be a ring in one of these holes somewhere.
But that would have been smooth if she put the fingers in the ball and then came out with a ring on it.
You should have talked to me about this before you proposed. What is wrong with you?
You should re-repose. Wait, no.
Repropose?
Repropose, thank you. She'll be super surprised.
Yeah, what do you think? You want to do it again?
I'm going to edit myself into Jingle All the Way.
Okay.
And I'll
work
be
on that.
Turbo Man.
Oh, she'll
Bad
say,
idea.
Then she'll say no.
She loves that
don't give her
movie.
the opportunity to say no.
Kenny,
Change her
thank
mind.
you for keeping us somewhat informed.
That's what's happening.
A little while ago, earlier in the hour, Kenny revealed that he's feeling stressed. He asked his girlfriend to marry him, and this is what you get, more stress. What a testimony.
I just didn't think it would start this soon with all the wedding planning.
Well, you're dealing with wedding stress because of the party.
Right.
And this hits a spot in my heart, but I think the more scaled down and the less you care about your wedding, the better your day is going to be.
I'm going to care very deeply about my wedding. I mean, I don't want to spend a fortune, and I'd like to be able to do this at a reasonable rate and have as many people as possible to share in this great day. There's a lot of people I care about. You guys, for instance, if it wasn't for this show, I wouldn't have met my girlfriend, Allison.
Oh, look at that,
You don't
Jiggle.
have to invite me, though. That's one less guest.
Well, look, way to be a
Not
servant.
even stressful. You see, I'm not here to stress you out.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to save you money on a gift.
But I would like
Everyone wins.
to share in the day with J-Bo. J-Bo's a part of our relationship. He's a good friend of ours.
I want to be brave too, J-Bo, and we'll hang out that night. We'll leave a couple seats open.
That's assuming that he's going to invite us.
Right. I'm saying,
I want to be invited. You better
do.
invite me, Kenny.
Okay.
I don't even care if I don't work for the show anymore. If I move to Timbuktu, it doesn't matter. I want to be invited.
I'm kidding, Kenny. I would be honored to be at your wedding. Just don't ask me to do anything for it. But I am so excited that you're getting married. But I don't want you to be stressed in planning the wedding. What I did was I asked my wife to marry her, and we got married 8 weeks later. What are you doing in 8 weeks?
No, again.
Well, I'm not joking.
My husband Arch now eloped, so that's what we did.
Quick turnaround?
Yep.
Yeah, good for you.
He proposed Christmas Eve. We got married a month later.
There you go. Boom.
My husband and I aren't even married, I don't think.
No, you are married.
Oh, are we?
Yes,
Is it legally
you are married.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's too quick a turnaround time.
So here's what happened with my situation. Thank God we had a backyard. One of our family members allowed us to use their backyard to host the wedding.
Okay.
We got a band, jazz band. We got cakes
We're
and
not going to
food.
get a jazz band. Definitely not.
Wait, see,
Yeah, that would ruin the entire evening.
You do
No,
need
jazz bands are great.
Do you need a DJ?
Well, I don't want a jazz band. Maybe
Why?
a different kind of band.
What's your problem?
That's
that plays
fine. Get a
better
band.
music.
Get a band that you like.
If you need a jazz band, I can hook you up. Actually, I'd prefer. Then I want to get the invite to the
I don't
wedding
want
if you have a
any
jazz band.
No jazz at the wedding.
Okay, fine. But what I'm saying is,
Zero jazz.
we hired a woman we know in our community who's brilliant, very low cost. She took a bunch of old doors and made it look beautiful. And we saved a ton of money just by asking friends. And also they said, well, what do you want? I said, do whatever you want. I didn't have any opinion. Jess, my wife, didn't have any opinion. We showed up. We were surprised by our wedding.
But I will say this. Kenny has been dreaming about his wedding day since he was a young boy. That's not me joking. He said that to me before a long time ago. So I'm not going to waste a lot of time or energy or breath on the advice when it comes to your wedding, but I will tell you this. Do what you and your fiance, Allison, want to do. Not what's considered traditional, not what your family wants, not what society tells you. Do what you want, because when this is all said and done, people will remember very little about your wedding, and you will remember the most.
Yeah.
And if you walk away from this stressed out, you and Allison are not working, it's not seeing eye to eye, you guys are frustrated, that is a horrible way to go into your marriage.
Agreed.
Well, one thing we do want is J-Bo to come, so you're not off the hook, J-Bo.
Oh, dang it. Take my advice as a gift, though.
Yeah, it is a gift.
I appreciate the advice.
It's worth more than a gift, I'll tell you.
That's right.
In the month of January, gyms can be around 30% more crowded than the rest of the year because of people's New Year's resolutions. You have a resolution, J-Bo?
No, just trying to keep on keeping on.
My goal this year is to do kind of the opposite of what I want to do. So I want to be, so my goal is to be less healthy and be a worse person, because most people just don't do their resolutions for the year. So I think I'm doing like a reverse psychology on myself.
Hey, whatever you got to do. You do you, boo.
Yeah, thank you.
Whatever you got to do.
I'm going to try.
Regular exercise is also linked to a lower risk of serious conditions, including cancer, heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and many more. My wife has been hounding me to go to the gym more. She actually negotiates. I'm going to get to spend time with her if I go with her. So that gets me excited.
So she's doing to you what you do to your daughters, try to negotiate certain things?
Yeah. And I do have to go, and she's right, because I definitely feel better when I'm going. I know there's a clear difference. However, experts are warning that people who haven't been exercising regularly should start slow, as January is also known to see an uptick in injuries at the gym because people try to do too much too fast. This has also happened to me so many years where I'm like, all right, this is going to be the year, man. I'm going to get to the gym. And then it's like I pick up something too heavy and I hurt myself.
But too much too fast, you burn out too. You're tired. You're not used to all that.
The experts say the body adapts to exercise gradually. When it's pushed beyond what it's ready for, the risk of injury rises sharply. The pain does not always appear straight away. I will tell you, the thing that has helped me the most with developing new habits that I want in my life, there is a book called Atomic Habits. It's gotten tons of reviews. You go see it on Amazon. I've noticed with Amazon book reviews, when you're talking about 30,000 reviews and you're in the 5-star zone, there must be something to it. It must work, yes.
And also, when did that book come out? Years ago, right?
Yeah.
It's had some time.
Yeah, but I saw a list of the most searched books of this past year of 2025, and that was on it.
Yeah, James Clear. It's been around for a while, and people, big sports teams, they buy it in bulk and they hand it out to their people because it gives us a great plan to have discipline. I mean, even breaking it down to as simple as, I want to eat healthier. I'm going to buy apples and I'm not going to keep them in the fridge. I'm going to put them on the counter so I see them every day. It's that simple, and these moves change our lives. People are more likely to stick with their New Year's resolutions if they enjoy the process, not just value the outcome. And most people think discipline and importance drive success, but the research shows that finding joy in the process is a better strategy for long-term change.
Maybe some resolutions need to be something that you just want to do. Just maybe you want to give people more compliments, and that's just a resolution. I think sometimes resolutions, people decide to make them tough. I'm going to go to the gym every day of the week. Well, you haven't worked out in 2 years. Don't lie to yourself, Or I'm going to eat healthy every meal of the day. Okay, but you've been eating junk food for the last 2 years, so maybe have one healthy meal. And just do something fun. Maybe compliment somebody. I have a friend of mine who, her resolution one year was to pet more dogs. And so she just adopted a dog, and that worked out for her. Oh. And so, sometimes it just needs to be something fun that you enjoy, that you look forward to doing.
That's fun.
Yeah.
No, it always is here's more work. It's we do have a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
Can we find something that's joyful? Yes.
I had a resolution to play more video games, and I'm off to a great start.
Good for you,
good
Kenny.
for you.
Nice,
Thank
Kenny.
you.
Well, Heather, we love her, and she's a very unique individual. I look over at her, and she's twirling this extra long piece of hair that's coming out of her head, and it's like a whole strand. Well, it's like
several hairs. It's got to be at least 10, 15 hairs.
Yeah, you could put that, you could take a little tie and you could have almost a separate little tie off of this hair, but the rest of your hair is one size. This strand is an extra, 8 inches long maybe?
Yeah, something like that.
Just holding
My
on
hair's
to
on
it?
my shoulders, and this goes down to like my chest.
Yeah, okay, so the floor is yours. Explain what happened.
So I went for a haircut, as one does, and asked him to cut it to my shoulders. And then when I got home, I noticed that there was this extra long piece that I guess the barber forgot to cut.
Like a huge piece.
Yeah, huge.
It's like a rat tail. But not in the back of the head.
That's 100% what Lewis, my husband, was calling it. He was like, "You got a rat tail," and he kept making fun of it. But I didn't fix it because I wanted you guys to see it. So I noticed this on Friday after the show. And then I was like, my mother-in-law was like, "Oh, I'll just fix it. I'll cut it for you." I'm like, "No, I gotta save it. I want the crew to see it. I want the TJ Show crew to see it."
Yeah, so, okay, let's take a picture of that, put it on our Instagram. So you can follow us at TJ Podcast. You can see Heather's extra long strands of hair that the barber missed. And, it happens, I suppose, right?
And now that we've seen it, can you just finish the job? Because now it's just like freaking me out.
To be fair, though, I kind of like it because I like having an extra long piece of hair to play with.
You haven't stopped playing with it.
No,
since.
I really do like it.
She's
so I
been
might just
stroking
keep it.
this extra 8 or maybe even more, 9-10 inches of
it's pretty-
hair
it's a
that they
little
forgot
long,
to cut.
Braid it. That'd be kind of cool.
Why don't you braid it? Make it a
I could.
trend.
Yeah,
People
Put a
are
little
looking
bead on there.
Right. People are looking for all kinds of trends. This could be your thing.
Yeah,
I think that's great.
Yeah, that's
It's
a bad
funny too
haircut.
because as I was getting my hair cut, I did notice that the barber wasn't like.
Great.
No, when they were combing my hair, I could feel like some of it was still caught on my ear, and they weren't cutting all of it. Does that make sense? But I didn't say anything because I didn't want to be rude.
Well, you should probably speak
But I probably
up.
should have.
Yeah, you should have spoken up.
I
You paid
should
for
have. You're
this.
right. I should have.
I've gone to a barber where, I have a beard now and they trim it up. And this guy, for whatever reason, you know how they put that like cloth around your neck? He doesn't trim under there. So I get to my car and I notice I have all this hair at the very bottom of my neck. So I've had to make sure now that I go, can you get it all?
Yeah, seriously.
And
I'm
then he
paying
goes,
for that.
oh yeah, sure, no problem, bro. I thought that's what I came for.
Well, why did I tell you that? It's part of my beard. You should be down there checking to make sure you got all the hairs.
Right. But some people, they don't pay attention to details. This is in every line of work. And those are the people that wind up not going super far. And it's a bummer.
Yeah. Although if I did say something, we wouldn't have this moment. So
That's true.
I mean, catch me.
Maybe
All
they're
for this moment.
Maybe they're an artist. They are trying to start something new. And they're testing it out on you.
Yeah, there's probably a couple of books you could recommend, TJ. Barber.
Cut all
your
the
job.
hair. Well, I could probably write it. That's pretty easy. Listen, we'll take a picture of it. We'll put it at TJ Podcast. Thank you for saving that for us. I
no
really
problem.
appreciate
I got
that.
you.
This is the TJ Show.